We have $2,000 worth of half dollars to search through on our quest for silver. Will we find any? Let's find out together. Hey collectors, thanks for watching. I'm the collector of coins, and that's right, I just got back from my bank. They put in an order for me. I was able to get 4 boxes of half dollars. They're $500 a box, and we're going to search for silver. So if you're not yet a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Please remember to turn on post notifications. And hey, if you want to support me and support the channel, make sure you give it a like, leave a comment, maybe even share it. All right, I got to carry these into my house, and we'll get started in a moment. All right, well, I'm a little bit out of breath, but we got the boxes inside, and we're going to start going through them right now. We are looking for 40% silver, 90% silver, maybe proof coins, anything that looks interesting and is worth more than face value. So I'm looking at the ends here. Nothing is jumping out right away, but we got to dig into the rolls to find the silver, if there is silver to find. All right, I'll bring you in if we find something. I will also put on a little time-lapse videos so you can get a sense as to what we're doing. All right, well, what we're looking for is anything minted 1964 earlier. That would be 90% silver. And we're also looking for anything minted between 1965 to 1970, as they would be 40% silver. So we're looking for 90% silver and 40% silver. We may be looking for some of these varieties as well, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing that. We're just looking really for silver. Well, collectors, we're in roll 2, and we just pulled out a proof coin. I will use MS-70 to clean this up since it's got dirt and fingerprints on it. This should not be in circulation. It's maybe worth only a few dollars, but it's definitely not worth 50 cents. So we'll pull this out, and we're going to keep going. Okay, well, before I get into any more rolls, I figured we would use MS-70 together. It is a coin brightener. It's safe to use on gold, silver, nickel, copper, brass. There is no acid. This coin does not have a lot of numismatic value, but it should present like a proof coin because it is. And as you can see, as I'm removing the surface debris, gunk and whatnot, it's not improving the quality of the coin, right? It's not improving the grade. The grade is an impaired proof. You know, it's got scratches on it. But these proof coins have a relatively lower mintage than their circulation struck or non-proof coins. And it just bothers me seeing a proof coin lose a lot of its original proof luster. As you can see, here's the dirt coming off the coin. I know what you're thinking. You're not supposed to clean coins. That is true. But I am not using anything that's a polisher. I'm not removing surface details of the coin. I am lightly using a Q-tip to remove the dirt. And that is it. That is all I'm going to do with this coin. I'll give it a little rinse underwater, and we'll put it aside. And maybe a collector needs that as a hole filler in their album, particularly if they're looking for proof coins. I'm not making a lot of money off of this, but that at least presents better than it did before. All right, well, I mean, look at that luster here. Let's get that into focus. This is a microfiber cloth. I didn't rub it on it. I just patted it dry. As you can see, it still has scratches. The condition is unchanged. All I did is remove the dirt. And there you go, our first find of the hunt, 1982 San Francisco minted proof coin, a collector coin. All right, let's get into the third roll now that we have this in a flip. All right, well, we're to roll 4, and this one is certainly eye-catching. A different color than the rest, somewhat golden. Hey, listen, this might have been plated. Maybe this is, I don't know, some defective planchet, but to be honest, I don't think this has any significant value. A collector might find that interesting. However, I am not pulling it out of circulation. We'll let someone else find this beauty. Ta-da! All right, roll 7 gives us our first silver. We got a 40% silver half dollar right here. 1968. All right, we are on the board with silver, and we're early on this box. Let's hope there's a lot more. Hey, we got another proof coin. This comes out of roll 8 in this first box. 2000 San Francisco. This is unfortunately not a silver proof. It is clad. But yeah, we got another proof. We'll clean that up later. I'm going to just keep moving along. As you can see, it is pretty messy looking. Another impaired proof, but still worth more than 50 cents. Roll 42 is absolutely insane. 3 more proof half dollars. Yes, they're impaired. No, these are not silver, but they're still proof coins, and we talked about that already. Let's get that into focus. I'll clean these up too, but now we have 5 proof coins and 140% silver in this box, and we got like eight more rolls to go. Wow. And then we have 3 more boxes. Let's hope they're all as good as this. Let's hope they're better, because I really would like to find more silver. We got another proof. This one is in from roll, was it 48? 1983. I don't understand why so many of these have been dumped in circulation, but you know what? It's great because we can get them into collectors' hands. All right, so we're into box 2 after finding 6 proof half dollars and 140% silver. I unfortunately destroyed this box. We're going to have to tape that up a bit later, but let's see if we can find some more silver. All right, box 2 rolls 7, and we just got 2 more proof coins. These are both bicentennial, but I believe one of these might be 40% silver. I'm going to have to weigh them. I'm looking at the rim, and the rims look different. I believe this one is clad. This one might be silver, but I'm going to have to test it, and I don't have my tester ready. I'll do that a bit later, but we got more proof coins. Pretty incredible. Put them with the rest. All right, well, we're looking at box 3. We just finished box 2. We just had those 2 proof coins, so let's move on to this one. Well, collectors, we are in box 3. I just pulled out roll 16, turned it over. Looks like we have a gold-plated half dollar. Looks gold-plated. Kind of cool. Maybe worth like $2. I'll pull it out of circulation. Maybe another collector would want this. It's kind of interesting. All right, well, we opened up the very next roll. Looks like we have another gold-plated half dollar. This one looks a little nicer. All right, what do we have here? 1971. That's pretty cool. We'll pull that aside as well. And another proof coin in that same roll. 1977, San Francisco. Hey collectors, well, we found a 1987p. This one is not intended for circulation. It's hard to come by. Just under 3 million minted. Just worth $1. But collectors need this in order to finish their album, and there are not a lot of them out there compared to the other ones that have been minted. All right, well, we just pulled out roll 39, and I flipped it over to open it up, and yeah, we got another proof coin. Let's get this roll open. All right, well, we got it open. Let's see what year. Well, it's not silver, it's clad. Yep, we got one from 1985. And in the very next roll, another proof coin. Yes, another clad one. Bicentennial proof, our third bicentennial proof of this hunt. Well, collectors, we're going through roll, what is that, 45, and we have another 40% silver. Our second of the hunt. Yes, these boxes have been loaded with proofs, but at least we're landing some silver as well. All right, well, we have the last box, box number 4. Let's just get started. Fingers crossed that we'll find some silver. Oh my gosh. You know, first roll right out of the gate, 2 more proof coins. Yes, they're impaired, but we are finding, I know, is this like a complete proof set collection of half dollars? Well, maybe it is. Let's keep going. All right, so the 13th roll of this 4th box, and that's right, we have another proof coin. We'll get that cleaned up. Some scratches, impaired proof, but it's still a proof. This is crazy. Leave a comment if you've seen something crazier, and I don't mean silver. I'm talking about proof coins. All right, well, we just opened up roll 15, and that is silver without a doubt. Yep. We got our first 90% silver. Harder and harder to come by. but silver keeps going up and up, and this is a spectacular find. We're going to put this with the 240%. All right, 27th roll of this fourth box. Yep, another proof coin. I mean, are you kidding me? Back-to-back rolls. So we've found 5 more proof coins in this box alone. So we're up to 16 proof coins. And we got another gold-plated $50. Wow. Pretty cool. Pretty scraped up, though. You got some of the gold layer removed on the cheek and the high points. But we found our third gold-plated $50. And that's right, another proof coin. Roll 47 of this last box. We got 3 more rolls to go. The proof coins keep piling up. All right, collectors. Well, this box has been hunted, and let's take a look at the wrap up of this specific box. And here we go. We have, what is that, 6 proof coins, a 90% silver, and a plated gold coin. And we add all of this to 240% silver. And we'll pull that aside. I already flipped up the 2 other gold pieces, well, gold-plated pieces. And then from prior boxes, that's right, 11 proof coins. And I feel like there was one more somewhere here. I think we found a semi-key date. Let me see where that one ran off to. And I don't know what's wrong with me. This is not a semi-key date. Oh, maybe it is. I mean, this was not intended for circulation. Low mintage, but that's a bonus find. So collectors, a wild hunt on $50. It would have been better if we found more silver, but we found some. We got gold, which is not supposed to be the case when you're hunting for $50, and tons of proof coins. Well, collectors, I hope you enjoyed this hunt. And as always, thanks for watching and happy collecting. Hey, if you want one of my coin mats, there's a link down below in the description where you can get one.